right. Well, let's get underway, right? Who wants to hear me say all right 50 times? Let's jump to this.
Can you say all right?
All right. Yeah. Nice. Oh, well. Things are heating up. All over the place here with our crossover with Stormfall. Last session, the party defeated the Iron Golem in the secret section of Roger's Hold. They made their escape during their... Oh, hey, Sam. Yay! During their escape, however, they ran into... I can't think of his name right now, but the guard that tricked them initially into getting trapped down there.
Burnside?
Burnside, I think. Think Burnside. Yeah, thank you, Frank. And he was being held fast by Mort's Bigby's hand. And Caelynn got their money back, first of all. and then some. I don't think I sent you that money, but I'll tell you in a minute here. It's a fair bit. Sorry. But the stress or the thoughts of... and correct me if I'm wrong, Caelynn, of this person coming back at them somehow, if left alone, were too much. Her concern for the group outweighed it, and in her mind she felt that he needed to be killed, to be permanently put to rest, so that he could not come back and harm the party. Does that sound about right?
As far as you guys can perceive, yes.
Okay, gotcha. Perfect. As far as we can perceive. Yep, excellent. The party made it back to the keep safely, and they're just sort of waiting out, currently anyway. I think they're trying to get some rest and to figure out, what's going to come from all of this, and how this doofus that runs Roger's Hold is going to try and spin it, if at all. As the night was... Oh, I'm sorry. Emersina saved her brother down there, and they returned him back to the house. So he did turn out to be somewhat of a tool bag. Oh, hi, baby.
This is my Liam.
Oh, so cute. Hi, baby.
He's super grumpy.
I'm not grumpy. You're grumpy. Hi. So he's recovering. And then everyone that was familiar with Archivist Delorna back from Zambora, who had been studying the mirror as well as the mage circle at the keep, received a message from her saying that she had been summoned over to the Tensor University at the city of Metz, in regards to one of their acquaintances, the Runekeeper. And while she was surprised to find out that they were an acquaintance, she said she needed them to come post-haste. And that's where we wrapped up last night's session. Whew. Okay.
Quick question. What was Delorna's race?
She was a shard mind.
Okay.
Which is sort of interesting. Let me see if I still have her business up here, because it's kind of cool. I may have it. Crazy Marvin's. All right, I do, in fact. Here we go. That's in this note. So I think that they're created in like the Astral Sea. And they are attempting to... Oh, here she is. Yes, created in the Astral Sea. Shard mines are sentient fragments of the living gate, which once stood at the pinnacle of the intricate lattice of the Astral Sea. Beyond the gate lay the alien Far Realm, and the gate's destruction during the Dawn War resulted in the rise of the Mind Flayer Empire. Though Ioun's power holds the portal closed, shard mines seek to rebuild the gate and forever cut off the Far Realm's ability to influence the world. They are crystalline creatures consisting of hundreds of small shards of translucent... I think she was a green, white, red, or amber. we'll say white and green, I think she was, assembled into a humanoid form and animated by a force of pure psionic energy. A Shardmine's animating force glows dimly from within each of its component shards, emanating most brightly from where the eyes of a natural humanoid would be. The crystalline fragments making up a Shardmine's body are in constant, silent motion, almost like the circulation of blood. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Boop. Yeah, I should
I'll be
keep
right
that
back.
open. Okay. All right, I'm going to tweak these name plates. However, that's where we are. It's the end of the night. Those that are familiar with, that were there and met her, got that message. So I think that would be like, Felix back at the keep. Oh, come on, OBS. Stop being silly with me. Let's see. Mort, you were there? No? Yes. Yeah, because you were at the keep. Yeah.
Yes.
So, Mort, Emil, Galathor, I think, was there as well. Caelynn, and I think Blueberry. All right, otherwise it's nighttime, and I'll let you all pick up wherever you'd like to. Let's start with Caelynn, who's got a bunch of stuff on her plate. What are you up to, Caelynn? It's bedtime at the where are you all again? At your estate.
I think that Caelynn's probably still sitting outside watching the front of the house.
Oh, okay.
So she's probably just kind of like sitting down against the outside of the house, just kind of, sitting there, probably.
Okay.
Did she stop there when we got back and just not go in at all?
No, she went in, and then after
Duran.
after we made sure that Emersina's brother was safe in the first floor, and then Caelynn went up to set up a room for him, and then ask the servants to, and then walked back outside, where Mortimer and Emersina talked to her individually right after she went out there. So she's probably been out there for a good couple of hours, probably.
Mm.
And she'll probably stay there, Dan, until probably late enough to where she could still go back and probably get a full night's rest.
Okay.
But she's going to stay out there for as long as she can.
Nice. All right.
Probably a little afraid to go to bed.
Excellent.
Yeah. So.
All right. Let me check in with Galathor, since I've just been doing foolish things with Galathor. I'm so sorry. Anything in particular Galathor might be doing this evening?
Just to check, does Galathor still have all of his limbs, fingers, toes, eyes?
Yes.
Soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. He's still physically intact.
All right. The car came back without any scratches on it.
Nice.
Yep.
No
But no
petrification
gas.
this time.
Yeah, no gas. Empty.
Awesome.
Galathor is going to probably take out the Baylor sword and just kind of take a look at it, clean it, oil it up.
Where are you doing this?
Is there like a backyard or courtyard? I forget what the layout is.
There is a backyard, but it's open, and it heads off to that sheer drop with the large crevice that runs across through that whole part of the cave.
Yeah, that actually might be a good place for that.
Ooh, okay, nice.
Okay, because if you're doing it out in the open, everyone's going to come just kind of sit by you and watch. Not creepy at all. More
Awesome.
more or less. Yeah.
What you doing? All right, so the two of you doing that. How about a meal?
Question for you, because I'm a little out of sorts.
Yeah.
At what point do I get the letter?
Yes. Thank you. Completely forgot. So, Meta, Mariah is on a temporary hiatus. She has some other things that that have come up. So, it's temporary, same as last year around this time. Then she'll be back. So, in the meantime, Rain has left a letter with a meal. And we'll say probably anytime in the evening leading up to this, around, because she was there. I don't think she came inside to see Emersina's brother, because she wasn't here for the session, I don't think. So I had her outside, like up on the roof with the fairy, Pixie. So anytime in the evening or that night, she would probably leave that, maybe outside her bedroom before bedtime.
Okay. Okay, so I can discover it at some point.
Okay. Yeah, it'll probably be, tucked in the jamb of your door or something like that when you head to bed, or to your room anyway.
Okay, that makes sense. Emil probably really wants to talk to M, but since Melissa isn't here and because she just found her brother, he'd probably hang around a little bit and then kind of ghost out from that. I think Emil is probably going to want some solitude, and I guess if there aren't a lot of people inside, I think Emil's going to try and get up on the roof, because rooftops are good to Emil. So maybe he'll climb out his window and just go sit up on the roof.
Okay.
And I guess because he would climb out his window, he would catch the Rain's note at that point, find out that she's left to go do some investigation of ghosts, since we have this ghost that we keep encountering, and
Right.
so he'll probably sit up on the roof. Trying to figure out whether or not Seb would join me. Yeah, Seb will probably join him.
Okay.
I suspect he probably can't see Caelynn from where he is, because if Caelynn's sitting near the bit, like, I'm guessing. I don't know what the roof actually looks like, but if it's any kind of slanted, then I can't see anybody close to the building. That's
Right.
what I'm getting. So
Yeah, she's just out of sight, tucked under there in the front, I think.
might be able to see Galithor and Erinwin, but not be like. Certainly wouldn't be watching them closely. So I think he'd kind of be half praying and half thinking,
Okay.
taking some moments of introspection.
Ooh, all right. The cave certainly lends to that, as it's a dim light here with those phosphorus, the crystals in the walls, and the luminescent fungi elsewhere that just give a soft but colorful hue around the cave.
Anytime Emil feels that he can't be seen, he's probably going to feel more comfortable. So
Nice. Perfect. All right. And Mort, what are you up to?
Before I head up to bed, I'm going to probably go downstairs to the Speakeasy Fight Club, whatever. I'm just going to look around real quick. He's been studying some stuff, and he wants to just start doing one thing. So he's going to look around and see if he can find something like no more than 6 inches. It's just something that's from this place. So I know, like a little item, like either maybe in the office, something from the office, in the back room or something. Just an item that I can key onto.
Okay.
And I'll put it in my backpack. whatever that item turns out to be.
Gosh, in the back office, dear.
Or just in that, where that ring was, could be anything.
Okay. Yeah, you find something then.
Okay.
Ta-da! That's DMing everybody. Huh?
Yeah. I'll put a little note on it. I'll just put a little note on it that says Stormfall Estate and put it in my backpack.
Oh, I love that. That's awesome. Okay. All right, sorry. That was just me multitask failing. I wanted to wrap up that message to Ed.
That was a long message.
Bad. Oh, no, it's not. It just took me forever to put it together. All right, Mort, let's see how, gosh, I think I do want to find something fancy. Yeah. Some piece of stone that you can etch that out in that has just the right shape. Has sort of an artsy, pleasing to the eye shape to it. And you write that out. A Stormfall Keep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, beautiful. All right. So, otherwise, does anyone have anything?
It was Stormforge Estate.
Stormforge.
Stormforge, yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. And
I do have a thing, actually.
Okay, go for it.
After a while of just kind of sitting quietly, which is odd for her, Erinwin's gonna look over at Galithor and just say, how is your hand doing?
Oh, I totally forgot about that. And I take a look at my hand. Is it still bleeding? Or has it kind of healed up?
You use some of your lay on hands to heal it up, so it's pretty much healed up now.
Feels just fine.
Do you remember how you got that?
Not particularly. I assumed that I was just wounded in combat.
You could say that. Yes. No, you kind of did that on your own at the end of the battle.
Oh, must just have slipped then.
I mean, I'm really not the best at reading people, so take this with a grain of salt. But it looked like you did it on purpose, Galithor. You were kind of, the whole battle.
I mean, it's not a big deal. I've used a spell and it's healed now.
Yeah. You didn't seem like your normal self. That's... You like, I glaze over. You don't glaze over. It was very odd, and so I just wanted to make sure you're okay.
I'm sorry if I've let you down in combat.
Oh, no, you didn't. It wasn't that at all. It was... I mean, that is a demon's sword.
Yes, but with the training that I've gotten from my church, I do believe that I have a hold on it.
All right. Okay. I'll trust you. But...
Thank you.
If you need help with anything, or if you notice anything weird, promise you'll tell someone, please.
I will.
All right. Okay.
Whoosh, whoosh, sword things.
Nice.
Shink, 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 shink.
All right. That's awesome. All right, anything else for anyone else tonight?
I think before Caelynn goes to bed, she's going to go inside and probably drink a bit heavily before heading upstairs.
Okay.
So she'll go down and she'll go out probably like an hour before she's planning to go to bed, or like a half hour, and just start drinking some whiskey and then head up.
Okay. Trying to think of who else is in the house. Yeah. I think, as you're drinking, they're the servants, or we're working upstairs at your command. Gosh, what's his name? I really need to reorganize my notes.
Jefferson.
And it begins.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yeah.
Look, if there's no Jefferson in the crossover, I'm out.
Nice. Yeah, now there has to be. We'll set it in or this will be the past of Obsidian Scar by a little bit, so we'll meet him beforehand. Where the heck? Oh, Jeremiah. Right. Jeremiah.
Bullfrog, of course.
Jefferson was pretty close.
So he comes in. Mom, we're done with the work we can do tonight. And he sees you. Well, I guess it's not really uncharacteristic. Is there anything else I can do for you tonight? Any work before we call it a day?
No, there's nothing you can do for me. How's things with the house going? Everything good? Are you making your way okay? Do you have any questions? I haven't had a chance to talk with you since I just let you guys go. So I'm sorry about that.
That's all right. Let's talk. And he pulls up a seat and pulls over a cup. You mind if I'm off the clock? So.
No, I will give the whiskey bottle to him.
He pours a cup and, would you like some more? Can I top you off?
Please.
Sets it down. Well, the house is coming along all right. We have most of the debris cleared from the upstairs with the bedrooms and such. We'll get some new linens up and in once we get move all the furniture out, get some cleaning done.
Just hand me the bill whenever you do, and I'll be sure to get it paid.
Sure, don't worry about that. I know you're good for it. Looks like maybe you've had a bit of a rough day.
Yeah.
Tops off.
Yeah, it's been something. It also, just the new visitor we have, the room that I had you make up.
Aye.
What's his name again? Dan.
Duran.
Duran. His name is Duran. He's Emersina. If you've it stays in the house. That's her brother. So he's wounded and seems a little pushy.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he asks you guys to do a lot, just let me know, okay?
All right. Now, he kept asking about a bath. Is that something you'd like us to do? Run baths for him and such?
No. Emersina told us not to. So
fair enough.
He can just, if he ever asks, just let him know where he can take a bath, where the stuff is. If he has any issues, just either let me know or send him to me personally.
Okay.
Thank you.
Fair enough. Well, he pours some more for himself. Another?
Yeah.
So, word is you're looking to stay. Take a place on the council.
I do want to take my place if they'll still have me. But I have asked for a year-long kind of furlough before I start. So I have a year before I have to start reporting in.
A little more adventuring in the bones.
I have people I have to take care of, so.
Understood. Oh, well, I imagine it won't take us longer than a couple of weeks to get this place up tip top. Certainly by the time we get back, it'll look much different.
Good. And that's fine. Different's good sometimes.
Aye.
Jeremiah, will you shoot straight with me?
Sure.
So, someone in town told me that they've heard some rumors about you.
Lovely. Good rumors, I hope.
Well, they told me to be careful with you.
I suppose that's a fair assessment. I like to think I can hold my own. But you haven't wronged me, miss.
You seem trustworthy to me.
I'd like to think I am.
I just hope the day doesn't come that I can't trust you.
I can't think of anything that I've hidden from you, but you're always welcome to ask me anything. I'm an open book.
Absolutely. How is what's the one that doesn't speak that much? How are they getting along?
Oh, well, Susakin is she does her work admirably. My ward there does a fine job. Just hoping the steady work will get him out of this. Wherever his mind is stuck. Love the boy to start speaking again. Live a normal life.
You have any idea what happened to him?
Must have been something fairly bad. Wish I knew.
Well, if there's anything I can do, just let me know.
Of course. I'll tell you, miss. I've got your back. I appreciate your character. And I don't do people wrong unless they do wrong to me first. And then it's usually only to get even, nothing further than that.
That I can agree on.
Mm.
Well, good night then. I will hold up my glass to give him a nice little clink
Clink. Good night.
and take my glass upstairs towards my room.
Okay. You head up to bed. Blueberry's probably going to go with... let's see. I think the brewer's here in his room. He's been sort of off the radar, contemplating things, perseverating over some things. So Blueberry's going to go keep him company. Em is in her room. Duran has his own, his own room set up.
Could Caelynn stop by Brewer's room?
Oh, absolutely.
And I'll knock on the door.
Enter.
Hi, I'm not disturbing anything.
You see him on the side of his bed, just sort of leaning his elbows down on his legs, sitting up. You are not Jessera. Right, you told him your actual name, right?
Yeah, he knows.
Okay. Enter, please.
I'll enter. Oh, you haven't been around. Are you doing okay? Are you still processing?
I am. I have traveled for almost 2 centuries seeking answers. I feel my roots here. I feel that I want to stay, and am now contemplating in what manner I should live here, and what part of the community I should strive to be.
I'm glad that you feel comfortable here. I'm sure that you'll find a place here. You always, you can always stay here if you need to.
That is very kind to Sarah.
Never feel like that you need to, that you've outstayed your welcome or that you need to go, I'm glad.
You see a bit of a smile. He has slightly more human emotions and tone to his voice as he's recovered those memories. My mother set forth such a beautiful example, and I have been thinking of honoring that. Do you think, should a position open, the council would let me hold a seat?
Oh, I mean, I can definitely, I can ask. I'm not sure of my own standing with the council right now. But when I can definitely ask and see if that could be a possibility in the future.
I wonder if they will fight it.
I'm sure someone will. That's to be certain. I mean, there's 4 of us, well, 3 serving kind of actively right now, but they're all so different. Just, to be wary of Garton.
Yes. I do not like that one.
How do I?
Are you... Well, I sense an elevated amount of alcohol fumes emanating from you.
Can I ask you a favor?
Anything.
I can tell you more about it tomorrow, but could you just, if you don't see me around tomorrow morning, could you knock on the door and make sure I'm okay?
Of course. Do you,
Thank you.
want my company tonight?
No, I'm fine. I'm just gonna go. Just be sure if you don't see me around just to check on me tomorrow, okay?
I will.
Thank you.
Of course, just
I'm not calling him by his name, but it's written back here somewhere.
Oh.
Finn Holt. Thank you, Finn Holt.
Of course.
Okay. Good night.
Good night. He kind of just goes back into his thinking pose as you shut the door and head out of the room. All right. Oops. OBS is like playing this game with me tonight where it keeps disappearing when I go to grab it, move it around. So, everyone heads to bed. I feel like everyone's up more. It'll probably only take you, it'll take you a little bit, but you'll have time to sleep in the morning, of course, to get the thing etched out. Assuming everyone's going to bed. Oh gosh, these things have to fix. Everyone gets a good night's sleep. Caelynn. Of course, Caelynn, you have a dream.
Sure.
A fairly vivid dream. that entails walking in darkness once again. You can feel that you're moving along some solid surface, but everything is just black. There's an absence of any light. As you're walking, there's a soreness to your eye that now has, has lost the sight and has a scar over it. And but you continue. You feel sort of drawn to head in a certain direction, and as you do, in the darkness, what you perceive to be above a horizon line, based on the direction you're heading and the footing, you see what looks like a flash of lightning in clouds, and there's a dim light that starts to fill the space. And it slowly shifts from darkness to from black to more of a gray with a mist, and you're surrounded by this mist and the clouds up above. The mist starts to evaporate, and you're actually walking along a shoreline, a very long, arcing shoreline. There's a tall grass on your right, about 45 feet of sand that you're walking on, and an ocean on your left, just an endless ocean. The waves lap, small little half a foot high waves sort of lap up and retreat. Storm fills the sky. You walk and you walk and you walk. Your feet get tired, your legs get tired, your back gets tired, but you continue to walk. You feel driven in the stream. The storm begins to rage above you. It's raining. The rain pelts you with water and hail. The temperature's dropping. You find what almost looks like a glass altar on the beach. As you've been walking, you've seen lightning dance across the clouds and strike in the distance. It looks like this is a point that's been struck numerous times, making glass out of the sand. And it's sculpted in a very sharp, long, and pieces of glass. Others are sort of bulbous and obtuse. But there almost seems to be the shape that creates a throne of sorts. And you see that in one part of this glass. Gosh, it's probably 100-some feet in diameter. As you approach this portion of the beach, it's all glass with all these. It's mostly flat. It sort of has some of the natural waves of sand, but has all these pieces of lightning-formed sculptures, basically. You see the throne. You see an archway, an empty archway. It looks like it's, again, sort of almost as you might expect stone to be formed in an archway that stands alone in another part of this glass part. And then in a third section, you see what almost appears to be it's a little bit freaky. It's sort of humanoidish forms. You know, some trees grow roots and they have like almost human faces to them, and it looks really creepy. Well, it's glass instead of tree roots. And you feel sort of drawn to make a choice between these three different, going over and investigating one of these three spaces.
So you have the throne, the archway, and then the weird face tree.
Yes.
All made out of glass, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. I don't get any certain kind of feeling from either direction, or no.
Make
I'd say
a
darker
perception
presence,
check if you
or-
would.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a... Oh. That's a 16 total.
Okay. Let me pull something up here. All right. You feel a certain strength as you're looking over at the throne. you feel a certain power, elevated power, as you're looking over toward the archway. And you feel just sort of straight up like a darkness from those creepy faces.
Sure. I'll just say that because the throne is what it is, and it probably that kind of symbolism probably frightens Caelynn a bit. She'd probably go towards the archway.
Okay. You start for the archway, and as soon as you do, you feel driven to break into a jog and then into a run across this smooth glass. You're light. You've got your armor on, but you're light and spry, and you break into your full stride, and almost out of breath as you're just going at full speed. And as you do, a lightning bolts, small ones, dance off of the archway and across the center, and you just run through, and the lightning bolts dance and strike your armor and run and pulse through you, giving you that very dry, terrible, electrocuted feeling.
Yeah.
That immediately wakes you up out of your sleep.
Is there anything different physically or no?
Physically, you wake up, and when you pull a blanket up real quick, you see all the sparks. It's sort of like that, except it's just arcing on your own. You can feel the electricity dancing, and it doesn't hurt you at all. You actually see little arcs of electricity dancing across you, but fading out, and the lightning energy doesn't hurt you.
Wow. So there's no, like, if I touch my own skin, there's no pain or anything?
If you pinch yourself, it hurts.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. But that lightning energy didn't seem to hurt you. Almost left over from your dream.
And that's it.
What do you think you do? How would you react as you wake up?
I am probably just looking at myself. I'd probably get up out of bed, just kind of like looking, and maybe even looking in the mirror. Do I see it like all over my body?
Yep, it kind of dissipates as you get up out of bed and walk over to the mirror. It's gone by then.
Okay. Huh. Is my eye still the same as it was when I went to bed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, what was that about? And Caelynn will look kind of up and just be like, was that it? Was that what I should be expecting?
As that rolls off your tongue, when you say, is that it? You find the it being a little bit emphasized. And as you say that, your voice booms with a thunderous energy. And you end up casting Thunderwave.
Oh, God.
Everything in your room that's within that 15-foot square in front of you gets pushed back. It slides across the floor a bit, and it booms for 300 feet. So that anyone that is up on this floor probably would hear the because it's this thunderous energy. The thunder energy gives you the same feeling that lightning energy did. It doesn't hurt, and it actually feels a little bit energizing.
What time of night is it?
It's you're not sure, like outside, but
well, like you said, this is her dream, right?
Oh no, she's already woken
I'm
up
awake.
from this.
Oh, okay.
After she ran through the archway, she woke up. So this is everyone in the house would hear the boom.
Okay, but like, would we wake up in the middle of the night, or like?
I'll let you decide on how well you're sleeping.
Well, like, no, I'm asking what time of night it
Yeah, what
is.
time
What
of
time
night?
of night? I thought you said
Yeah,
what
did
kind of night. I was like, I don't know. I guess.
Sorry,
it's-
did I not? Sorry.
That's my bad.
Time
That's
of
my
night.
bad. This is probably midway through the night, so I'm gonna say maybe 3 a.m.
Okay.
Oh.
Aaronwin is definitely up and running to the window because, like, thunder equals lightning equals awesome.
You look out and it's just a cave. You're like,
Wait a minute.
Must have been Mortimer.
Yeah, I'll spring up. I'll do the classic. Just open the door and look both ways down the hallway. Like, what in the world is going on?
Hmm. I think Caelynn, do our doors have locks on them?
Mhm.
Caelynn's going to lock her door
ah.
and just quietly, in case there's anyone like that has came out into the hallway or anything, and just kind of like shrink back away from the door. Okay. All right. That was weird. Do I have a window in my room, Dan? Is it openable?
Yes.
I'm going to slowly open my window and kind of look out. Do I see anyone else looking out on the same side of the building?
Aaronwin, yep. She's kind of looking up, looking a little confused, sleepy and confused. Like
I'm going to back out of the window.
Nice, yeah.
Right out of Batman.
I'm
citizen.
going to wait like 15 minutes.
Okay.
And then go out with my broom outside.
Oh, okay.
Can I fit out the window?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably in that time you hear a little scratching at your door. Blueberries walk through the little doggy door that Brewer put in their room, and he's just sort of scratching at the door. Hello, it's your friend. Are you okay? I'm a good friend.
Hey, Blueberry. Hey, yeah, I just woke up from the sound outside.
It sounded
or at least
crazy.
I guess it was outside.
Is it an attack?
No, I think we're fine. I think it was just a passing storm.
All right.
So yeah, just it's okay. Don't worry. Just yeah.
Are you scared? Do you need a guard dog?
No, I'm absolutely fine. But I think because since she doesn't know, if you go and find Rain, she'll probably need a guard dog.
Okay, I'll go.
Yeah,
look.
she's
Maybe.
okay. Okay.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Walks away. Does anyone else want to have an opportunity to nut, or is everyone just sort of like, more stuff? Back to bed.
I think Emil's...
Galliford,
Sorry, Emil's sleeping through this, so...
Oh, okay. And Gallithor?
Galliford would probably investigate. This seems kind of strange.
Yeah.
Was there anyone in the hallway? I forgot. Sorry.
By the time you come, probably Blueberry, as you came out, you'd probably see him talking at Caelynn's door.
Mort stuck his head out.
Oh, right, and Mort stuck his head out. Yep.
Mo, did you hear that as well?
Yeah, definitely. And I don't know. The skies are clear. I have no. This is a strange place. I don't sense anything arcane going on right now, but I was asleep, so I don't know. Thunder, right?
That's what I thought as well. I'm going to go outside and do a couple of rounds to the perimeter and If you need me, that's where I'll be.
Okay. Or I could join you if you want, or doesn't matter. 6 1, half dozen the other.
Sure, I'd love the company.
All right. Let's take a night watch, and we will proceed to. And we'll probably see Erwin zipping around outside, right?
She just peeked out.
Oh, she just peeked out.
I'm like sitting at the window, like watching, like
Nice.
just kind of waiting. Anything else happening?
Awesome.
This is gonna be cool.
Hi.
Hey.
I was just doing a terrible job role playing you, so it was perfect timing. How exciting! All right, let me fix the cameras here. We'll get you in. Actually, let me.
To be fair, Blueberry is a good friend, though.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Swamperoo here.
We've all been awoken by the sound of thunder inside this cavern city. So
Okay.
It came from Caelynn's room, so I had Blueberry go. So Brewer made a little doggy door in the room you guys share. So I had Blueberry go through that and kind of scratch on Caelynn's door and just make sure she was all right.
Cool.
Caelynn was like, "Yeah, everything's cool. Don't worry about it."
Everything's fine.
That is Caelynn. The right middle is Erwin. And Blueberry's down here. So the right will be not Blueberry. Okay, sorry. I think I've got the thing all set now. Yeah. All right, good. All right. So Mort and Galathor go make the rounds.
They'll probably run into me since I.
Oh, right.
You're up in the air, right?
Yeah. Would I see them when I'm flying? Because I waited 15 minutes, Dan, after it happened, or after Blueberry left the door, or so I assume that Blueberry left the door.
Okay.
I waited 15 minutes and then flew outside, probably looking around before I landed anywhere outside, because I was just going to land in the grass. But if I see other people around, I would probably fly to like the forge or something.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check, Caelynn, as you sort of look around, see if you notice anybody.
Oh, that's a 19 total.
Okay. Galathor and Mort, if you're, are you at all being stealthy in your patrol?
I don't think so. I think we probably want our presence to be known, right? Just trying to scare away any like.
Nice.
I'll probably fire up dancing lights to help us walk.
The lights will give it away then, and the talk. So you would probably with the 19 you'd hear them and see that. And be like, oh.
Okay, then I would probably just I'd probably just move on to probably the forge area is where I'd feel the most comfortable. Well,
Okay.
yeah, probably I'd move on to the forge area.
All right. You head over there, where you have the rest of the morning to yourself.
Caelynn probably won't sleep anymore.
Oh, okay.
So I'm guessing that's probably not a full night's rest, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like maybe if she once she gets to the forge, maybe I would try to like yell and see if the same thing happens.
It does. You knock stones and rocks and stuff at a 15-foot square ahead of you. All push away as a thunderous force comes out with your voice.
And then I'll probably test speaking normally, and that's okay?
That's fine. Nothing happens.
Okay. It's just when I put an extra force to my voice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think she would probably also try to maybe, like, see if she can not summon, but see if she can, like, get any lightning in her hand. Like, maybe force, like, maybe, like, push her muscles to see if any of the lightning comes back.
Nice. You take some time and you concentrate, and you're just picturing that, mentally bringing forth that energy into your hands, but nothing comes.
Okay. Okay, then. Okay. How about if I draw out my hammer, Dan? Is anything different with that?
Whereas before, you pull it out, it would give it like a tingle, a little zap here and there. If it was a little too close, you're getting used to it. Those zaps don't seem to hurt you anymore. They don't give us, they just, you don't really feel it.
Okay. I think that she would probably... I don't think that she would stay the rest of the time there. I think once she tests out that stuff, she would probably take her broom and go back towards the house.
Okay.
Maybe try to go back up to her window, to her room.
All right. Make a fresh perception check, if you would, as you come back up over the crevasse.
Well, that's a 7 total.
Okay. In that case, make a stealth check now, Caelynn, and Mort and Galathor, please make perception checks.
Okay.
Also, Steph, I sent you a message, just giving you the mechanics of this.
Stealth for me is 16 total. Yeah.
Okay.
Mort is the underpaid night watchman. 4 + 1, 5.
Nice. And 5! Oh my gosh! There, I picture like the cinematic cut between the two of you. Like, you're flying here, they're walking there, and then crumble. What's that? And they look over in like the other direction, and something crumbles off a wall somewhere, and you just kind of fly up to your room.
Cool.
If Mortimer and Galathor were city guards, Emil would have retired a long time.
Awesome.
It's the buddy cop movie, and we've just gotten our donut and coffee.
Yeah.
Almost Keystone Cops.
That's awesome.
Like we're doing the two brothers things. We're like knocking into each other. Like, yeah, you're an idiot. No, you're an idiot.
That's amazing.
So I think back in her room, Dan, she'll just kind of like probably just sit up, like writing in her journal and like writing down what's happening in her notebook, one of her notebooks.
All right. So you'll have 1 point of exhaustion for this particular day, and everyone else, as you're all able to get your full rest. Are Mort and Galathor going to go back to bed, like after they patrol a little bit?
Mm-hmm. I will. Yeah, Mort will.
All right. Neat. Okay.
Separately, I think.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. I was like, it's a new ship. I'm shipping it somewhere.
That's up to you.
Nope.
Nice.
Don't sink my ship.
Mortathor. Yeah.
Mortathor.
I love that. All right, so good night's rest. Morning comes around. Aaron, do you think are you still working on practicing your cooking and stuff?
Yeah.
Ooh, go ahead and make wait, did I put that in yet? Whatever, it's a dex check, basically.
Dex
and
plus proficiency?
Proficiency now, yeah, because you have your setup for it.
Okay, where's my character sheet? I have dice everywhere. It's 13, 14, 18.
Okay, you make a fantastic breakfast with fresh ingredients that the servants have procured,
Ew.
which includes coffee. So if you don't smell the food, you smell the coffee, which will wake everyone up as they're ready to get up in the morning. Em will come down, leaving Duran in his room to fend for himself for now. Does anyone want to sleep in or not come down for breakfast time?
Mort will come down.
Okay.
Caelynn will come down.
Okay. Oh, sorry, Blueberry?
Oh yeah, he's 100% coming down.
Nice. There were definitely sausages in this breakfast, so.
Sausages and bacon.
Oh, yes.
All the good stuff.
Okay. Emile, do you...
Emile will come down, see Emerson and Caelynn and the others there, and just go outside and not eat breakfast.
Oh, okay. And
Galathor is going to, after he wakes up again, he's going to take another glance at the sword and decide to tuck it underneath his mattress.
Okay. Exciting. All right, find a nice, good, well-hidden spot there to slip it in. And your room is one of the ones they've already gone through to take out the debris and stuff, so it's relatively safe in there anyway. Let's see. All right, everyone else, you enjoy breakfast. You all sit down to eat. I'll let you do any roleplay anyone wants to do. Meals outside, of course.
Did you guys hear that last night? There was a storm so big. I didn't see anything, but I heard it.
Yeah, sound like a ruckus.
Yeah, very localized. I have no idea. Strange.
I mean, it sounded pretty big to me. I
Yeah.
don't know if it was localized, but it was awesome. Makes my little lightning heart happy.
Yeah.
I thought it was. Yeah, that's true. Did anyone else get a message from Delorna?
Who?
Yes.
Delorna. She was she assisted us. Well, she was a head at the Arcane University in Zambora, but
That
she
would
said
be why I don't know her.
yeah, you probably avoided her. In fact, I remember you did go. Yeah, but I got a message. She's in Metz and she needs our assistance. Something about the Runekeeper, which makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, this sounds clearly important. We should go as soon as we are able.
Probably be best. Caelynn will look at Mortimer. Probably be best to use the transportation circles.
Yes, I do have the sequence for Metz. That was one of the things actually
guess
Delorna
I'll
gave me.
go and see.
They dress very
Wait,
festively
so-
in Metz.
Can you? So wait, more. Can you? This is kind of like me just trying to remember. Can you make your own transportation circle, or do we need to use another transportation circle?
No, I can. That's the way it works. Is I scribe the sending circle.
Okay.
So-
Before we were asking to use another teleportation circle in town because we didn't know where we were going. Correct.
Or we didn't have a way to come back.
That's we were
Because
looking for a
he
way
can
to come
draw
back.
it anywhere, and then it kind of magnetizes us into a destination. So because he's using the circle, his circle that he draws has to connect to another circle that he knows. So the destination has to be permanent. Am I making sense?
It was. I asked the question more for circle here because if we do choose to go to Metz, it's going to be a long journey getting back. There's no circle here, so I can't.
I will
Use
go
teleport to get
and talk to the High Council member today. I should probably go there anyways.
Do you think should we come along because of what happened?
Do you want to take them some pizza? Maybe that'll put them in a good mood.
That's a good idea, Erwin, but I don't think that'll work. I could probably take some people, sure. I don't think the entire group needs to go, but Yeah, it'd probably be good to have some backup just in case. I don't know how they're going. I don't know what kind of lies Garton has fed them. So,
Yeah, I figured he's, spreading some crap already.
yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah. Has anyone seen rain this morning? I'm guessing Dan Caelynn knows where Rain's room is.
Mhm.
Runes on the brain. So Caelynn will actually I'll go. Kind of like stuff a couple biscuits. If there's any bread or anything here on the table, we'll stuff some in her bag and kind of leave and go upstairs to knock on her door. If it's closed, is her door closed where she was usually staying?
It's closed. Not locked, but closed.
I will knock first.
No answer.
I will open the door.
I'm changing. No, just kidding.
I guess
Just
first
kidding,
I'll kind
no
of
one
be
there.
like, Rain?
Voice just kind of echoes through the mostly empty room. Bed's neatly made. You don't see your stuff anywhere. She had a few things out before, but you don't see them any longer.
Including, I assume, the bunny.
Right, yeah.
Okay. Okay. I will go downstairs, look around. Do I see, Emil's not, so I'm looking around to see if I see Emil inside. If I don't see him inside, I will go outside.
Okay. Has Emil returned inside, or is he still outside?
Emil's still outside with the robe of eyes on.
Ooh, nice.
If I happen to see a ghost, that'd be cool, but if not, Emil's still kind of flying solo. So,
all right. Gosh, was it this time of day? You'd probably see. I think it was this time of day where that ghost repeats its cycle.
Yeah.
He walks down towards the deep. So you'd see one sort of just going about their business. Looks like they're prepared for an adventure. How visible are you? If Caelynn were to come outside and look for you, would she need to do a check, or would she find you pretty easily?
Should find me pretty easily, I guess.
Okay. She'll walk up behind you then, I guess, as you're watching that ghost go by.
Do I see the ghost, Dan?
No, interestingly.
Okay.
No.
All right. Emil?
Is it go? Do you see that ghost over there?
No, I don't see. I don't see it.
Okay, it comes by every day.
Is it dwarven?
It is.
Was
yeah.
it? Okay, I thought it was a gnome for some reason.
We'll go with gnome. That sounds even better.
Keyword being clumsy.
Just kind of passes through?
Kind of passes through. Just another mystery in this place, I guess.
I guess so.
Now, I actually, maybe I want to roll for this, but when I feel like Emil's a pretty smart guy and knows Caelynn fairly well and knows something's going on in Caelynn's mind. So did she sound concerned when she said Emil? Because if so, I think Emil would conclude she's looking for Rain because he has her letter. But I don't know. I think Emil would intuit it if she sounded concerned.
I would guess that she was probably sounding a little concerned, yes.
If you're looking for Rain, she left a note. She had to go do some research.
By herself? She's just a child. Is she okay? She didn't need anyone to go with her?
Do you remember how we found her? She came up out of the deep by herself. She is a child, but she's also kind of not. It worries you, though, doesn't it? Emil will turn around and face Caelynn.
Yes, it worries me. I mean, I didn't know her before we found her, but I know her now, and I don't want her to be in trouble by herself.
How's the eye doing?
It hurts sometimes.
Was that the first time you've killed a man in cold blood?
No. No, it wasn't.
How does that feel?
Sometimes okay, sometimes not okay. I just feel like I'm rolling down a hill. I'm not really sure where it's going to stop.
You want to talk about it?
I mean, I haven't really talked to anyone about it. I just... I've made a deal with someone, and I'm not sure where it's going.
You made a deal with a power.
How did you know?
I'm asking.
It happened. It's just. I was in a place when it first came to me. It was right after Brixie's death, and it asked me if I wanted more to protect people, more to protect the people that I love, and I said yes. And that's what took my eye.
Are you expecting me to stand in judgment of you taking power of an unknown quantity to try and help people? And before you answer that question, answer this one. Do you still have the dagger that I gave you to kill me with?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not going to stand in judgment of that. I might worry a lot, but I'm not going to stand in judgment of that. I might stand in judgment of you taking political power, but that's a conversation for another day. Rain has made their decision. They can take care of themselves. They'll be back. What are we going to do about Delarna? And breakfast. What are we going to do about breakfast? Did you eat?
I did, yes. There's breakfast inside. Delorna, I'm guessing that we're probably going to end up going to Metz.
Are you going or are you staying here?
I've been planning to go with you guys since I came here.
You're also planning on taking a seat on the council at some point, aren't you? And leaving us?
I have a year. And honestly, if it comes a year and I don't want to do it, I don't plan on coming back. My parents were here. Things are here. I feel like I have an obligation here, but I also have an obligation to everyone that we're traveling with, and also to my family back where I came from.
Caelynn, I use the word family in conversation, but I don't understand it. So I have a question, but if you don't want to answer, don't.
Okay.
When I first met you and you talked about parents and family, you talked about different people than you're talking about now. What happened?
You mean the family I left to start traveling?
The elves?
Yes.
Them. Are they not important anymore? Have you talked to them lately? Am I asking a question that I shouldn't be asking?
No, you're fine. You're fine. I know they're the people that raised me. And when they didn't have to. So, of course, they're still important. They'll always be important to me. I know I haven't written to them because I'm scared too. I don't feel like that I belong anywhere.
Well, you could have spent the rest of your life traveling, like I intend to do.
I could. Okay.
Sorry, Brixie's death has hit us all hard, I guess. And Mina's before, and Armia's. It's a lot to take in. I'm sorry, bad dreams. I dreamed of home and thunderstorms and terrible weather. I'm gonna go have breakfast. I'm glad you're coming with us to Delorna.
I'm glad that you seem more yourself.
Thank you. It's been a journey.
Okay. Let's go to breakfast.
Emil will put a hand on her shoulder and give it a squeeze as they walk back inside.
Oh. Pausing only at the bathroom with the urge to take a bio break. Yay! Oh, that was beautiful. That was so intense. I love it. Oh my gosh. Perfect time for a bio break. Yeah, so for those who don't know, we take an 8 to 10 minute bio break. Yeah, I need a hot minute to cool down. That was intense.
I am still sorting my dice.
Nice.
Poor Sam.
Tune in next week when Sam will still be sorting her dice.
They're all in the wrong bags.
Oh, no.
My kids got to them. It's okay. Now I'm sorting them by type sides. So
awesome. All right, so we'll catch you all back here like 8 to 10 minutes, and we'll see you soon. Yay!
We could always recap the first half for Melissa.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Not just Melissa.
Hey, Beth.
I'm sorry, Beth. Gosh, let's see. What else? Right, Beth, you might need to know some other stuff too. There was so Caelynn's next level from her power thing was she accepted more power. Her strength went up. I think her dex went down by 1, but her strength went up by 2, and she lost sight in her eye. And this is just stuff that Caelynn would know, but just to understand why she, in a meta way, why she has that scar over her eye.
Is it just a scar, or is it like a gross no eye socket situation?
The eyes there is just milked over, like glazed over.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. There's no
That's
vision.
less gross.
Much better.
Blueberry
Nice.
starts snarling when he walks past you.
Nice. Away with thee. Everyone was sort of tricked into going down into the secret section of the dungeon. There was an iron golem fight, which won. Emersina found her brother, Duran. He's back at the keep now, too, and was sort of like a lazy... He's really wounded and stuff, too, but he turned out to be sort of a tool bag as well. What else do we have going on? Right, so Garton Earthgrip, I think it is. Garton Earthgrip is a member of the council that was like, suckers, like yelling down the horns, like, haha, you're all gonna die, and yada yada yada. Of course, you all survived, so everyone's sort of waiting for the inevitable clash of the consequences of him trying to kill a tentative council member and crew. Versus, him trying to lie about it or something. I'm not sure what's going to happen with that yet.
Cool.
Hi, Kevin.
Althor had a weird moment with his sword.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right. Yes. In the battle, he has that sword from the demon, that huge Baelor demon. And he sort of went into kind of a trance. He's still fighting and stuff with it. And actually, I think he did really well. I think it was a good hit. Whatever I rolled was good. It's like, yes. But sort of went into a trance, even kind of cut open the palm of his hand a little bit in this trance. And Aaronwin saw it later and asked him about it. And he's like, oh, no, it's just, I was careless in the fight and got, because he didn't really know where it was coming from. So that was fun, and that was interesting. And then Archivist Delorna, who you've met, Blueberry, from... she's the shard mine creature that is the lead archivist in the Zambora, the magic place here. Mm-hmm. And she was studying, like, the keep, like the mirror and the other thing for y'all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She was called over... I don't know if you were here for the Runekeeper one, where the Runekeeper, the ancient dragon there, had sent a message to everyone. It kind of tied in with the intro to be like, ooh, that's who was in danger or whatever. Anyway, I think they reached out to someone and they were like, yeah, we don't know what's going on with the Runekeeper. Or maybe they reached out but didn't hear back. That's right. Reached out to the Runekeeper,
cool.
Didn't get a reply. But Archivist Delorna sent a message last session saying, hey, I've been summoned to the city of Metz on account of the Runekeeper is an acquaintance of yours, so make post haste and get over here.
Get it.
Less rude, but...
Sweet.
Nice. Ooh, and the name tags are nice. Excellent. Yes, welcome, Melissa. Sorry I camera blocked you, C-blocked you out of the... as they say in the biz.
Oh, gee, thanks. That was awesome.
Oh, that's tasty. Oh, coffee is so amazing.
What time is it where you are, Joe?
It's 11:43.
Yeah. but it's so good. It's probably the last cup I'll have tonight. We'll see. If I get stuck binging a show, then there may, after the stream, there may be another one. I try and go to bed, and then I'm like, I'll just fall asleep to TV.
I wonder why I can't fall asleep.
yeah.
It's two completely unrelated facts.
Exactly, right? Huh.
May I ask what you're drinking, Beth?
It is a teeny tiny can of Diet Coke.
Oh, cute!
Which I think they sell
Nice.
them to like have mixers with like other drinks, but yeah, it's like 5 for £1.50. So I was like, yep, I'm buying tiny Cokes.
Awesome.
It makes me feel a little bit better for drinking Cokes if they're in a tiny little can.
Oh, sure.
Yes.
I just drink more of them, so it would just add up to like the same amount. But hey.
But mentally, it's much better.
Yeah. Emotionally, I feel better about myself.
Nice.
It's a lot like donut holes. You know, you eat one,
Yeah,
you eat
yeah.
two, and then pretty soon, you've eaten as much as a half donut.
Right.
There you go.
Awesome. Half donut. Yeah, I haven't seen half since the
We
beginning
give
of the...
Ed disadvantage all those rolls for that.
Nice. All right, let's do this. Yes, you're absolutely right, Horsey. Let me pop that up here. Here we are. Boop. I think I'll grab that as well. Where were we? We were in the midst of
Just discussion at breakfast. Yeah.
excellent. So breakfast away. Emil, right. Emil and Caelynn returned to eat their breakfast, and I guess would be rejoining everyone if others are still eating. Otherwise, I guess let's do that. That way, y'all can figure out what you want to do for the day. Who wants to go with who?
I mean, Emil will come in, grab some food, not look at Emersina at all, since the last time they spoke didn't end well.
Oh, right.
I almost forgot about that, honestly.
So, I guess we should probably head to Matt's.
That's where the roomkeeper is, right?
Yes.
That's where Delorna told us to go, yes.
I mean, yeah, it'd be pretty cool to head there. She's like vibrating with energy.
Do you want to speak at the council first? Or?
Yeah, I'll go there right after breakfast. So whoever wants to go with me, I should probably at least have another person with me just in case.
I'll go. I'm not a person, but I'll go.
Blueberry, you are just as important as a person.
Blueberry is better than people.
I will give Blueberry sausage, even though there's probably like stuff on the table. I'm just still going to give.
Blueberry has his own plate of meats and other dog goodies.
We do need to do some adventuring because Blueberry is just like a ball with legs at the moment.
We just roll him. That's it.
We just keep feeding him.
That's amazing. All right. So Caelynn, you stand up to head out to if you're planning on going right now.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Get out of the way.
And who's going with Caelynn? Blueberry, Galithor, and Mort.
This is for the meeting, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Do you want to go, Em?
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Okay.
I think is everybody going now?
Yeah, I think aside from Aaron went in a meal.
No, I'll go. I'll go then.
Okay. Emil.
Look,
She's
politician?
just kind of
No.
like, okay. I'll help get this over with fast. Come on.
Emily, you're fine with staying here. It's okay.
No, like,
Not everyone needs to go.
You need your entourage, okay?
I mean, if we all go, then we could just go straight from the council to Metz. We don't have to come back here to get.
I don't think the council of this city wants to watch us do magic based on how they've reacted to magic so far.
I mean, we don't have to be we don't have to do it in the same room, but then we won't have to come all the way back down here because it's like on the other bottom. Like the council's up here and we're down here, right? In the city.
Yeah, but we're leaving on an adventure of uncertain destinations, so we're going to want to stock up, right?
Yeah.
I'm not carrying 20 pounds of meat and cheeses to the council.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Mort looks disappointed.
Nice.
We'll come back here. It's not that far of a walk. Okay. All right. Let's go.
All right.
Are you sure you need Blueberry? Because Blueberry, you could stay with me, you know.
Do what? What are we gonna do?
See, the problem is the only thing I know how to bribe Blueberry with his sausages, and Blueberry just had sausages.
I can be bribed other ways. What are we gonna do?
You need Blueberry here, Emil. Heal. Do you need a heal?
As soon as Blueberry hears heal, he goes to someone's side.
Oh.
This is like a natural reaction for him.
No, you know what? I'll be fine. Seb, can you please get off of Emerstina's shoulder and come visit me, and we'll stay here and keep an eye out?
Oh, I want to stay now. I'm gonna stay.
I mean, you're welcome to just...
Why don't you stay, Blueberry, and help
okay.
Emil watch the keep?
Okay.
Well,
you.
I appreciate it because apparently Seb doesn't want to leave it on his shoulder.
Nice. So hopping
Maybe
along
you can find another raven.
Okay. Caelynn starts walking out.
That's awesome. All right, the rest of you head on out, including Seb with M, and Blueberry stays behind with Emil. Seb questions his choices as the threat of another raven dances in his mind. His or her, I can't. Sebo have a gender that we...
Seb is male.
Okay, thanks. All right. You begin walking through the city. So let's divvy this up. I'll say that you're all walking entourage cutscene style with like some time stop slow motion, like and then you jump ahead like 50 feet, just walking all slow motion.
And I'll say that while Caelynn's walking through the city, she's probably continuously on the lookout for Garton or any of his like guys.
Okay, make a perception check, Caelynn.
Okay. That is a 16 total.
Okay. You see shifty figures every so often. No one's trying to stop you. No one particularly identifiable either. They're just dressed like common folk in the different areas, but you notice some eyes on you and the crew.
Great.
I mean, not everybody walks with background music, so we would.
Nice. Some performers saw you all walking like, oh, this is going to be great. I'm going to get so many tips, and just started following behind you. All right. You make it up to, we'll see what happens here.
What's the guy's name? Oh, that's fine. You can keep looking here a little bit.
There are a few areas of town that have a larger amount of traffic than normal. Slows you down a bit.
Okay.
Business just seems to be busier in certain areas, but again, within these areas, you notice a fair number of those shifty eyes watching.
Great.
But other than that, you make it to the place, the council's building, without incident. You see another entourage with Earthgrip running inside before you, you see him a couple 100 feet down, and you see him and his entourage hustling to get into the council building before you do. And then it sort of clicks. Maybe these people were keeping an eye out and got word back to him that you were on the way, and maybe he had some people try and slow you down so you could get there first.
Oh, this should be interesting. Okay, I will go inside, Dan.
All right. As you enter, you don't see Garton, and about 2/3 of his entourage are left behind in this first room. All just sort of standing around trying to be intimidating, glaring as you and everyone else enters the room. The clerk's room.
I will go up to the clerk and just look at them as I pass them.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
I'm glad to see you here, he kind of says loudly to the others.
So it seems a lot of people are.
Of course, yes, they must be your fans.
Could you tell me if Black Brand is in?
Yes, he is. Came in about half an hour ago.
Okay. I would like to speak to him if he's available.
It would be my pleasure.
Thank you.
Right this way. You and your friends alike, if you wish.
Yes, please.
He opens up a doorway to the back and sort of watches all the others as he lets you all file through.
Caelynn will look at them as she's walking through the doorway.
Nice. He lets you all through, closes the door, and catches up and guides you back down to the office you were down before. Where you see him. Knock, knock. The door's already somewhat ajar.
Okay.
Oh, come in. Come in. Yes, yes.
Black Brand.
Oh,
Hi.
Caelynn, hello. It's good to see you.
I will, after everyone comes in, I will close the door
Thank you.
to his office.
Did you enjoy the company?
The company?
Yes, in the waiting room.
Yes.
Shaking
Any
his
idea
head.
what they're doing out there?
Oh, I don't know. We have a pool running to see what the what Garton's trying to go for this time. Some theatrics, of course. Raced in here, summoned us all, but I'm taking my time getting prepared before I go up there. The fool.
Between you and me, what is your opinion of how Garton handles his prison?
Oh, there are bits that I think are good and others that I think are not. What I don't like the most is how much effort he puts into blocking our surprise inspections and the like. Wants to have complete autonomy over it. However, that's not how it's supposed to be set up.
Yeah.
Not a fan. But with all the issues we've had the past few years, since the last Grimston's Morinth passed...
I will say that me and my friends had a tour with Garton in the prison yesterday.
And how did that go?
I think...
Aaronwyn does that a tour.
I think you should be right to be suspicious.
Oh, is that... He pulls up a seat. Is that not so? Please sit. He gestures to everyone. Please sit. There's plenty of seats in here. Now sit down, please, please. Phil clasps his hands.
Caelynn will sit down. Oh. What if I told you that he trapped me and my friends in a dungeon in the prison yesterday? And we barely made it out.
And he tried to kill us
He what?
several times over.
You're sure it was him?
He was taunting us the entire time we were down there, right? Right? That was his
Yes.
voice, right? Okay.
Yes, that was his voice. He has some sort of system where he can speak down into the dungeon through a system of tubing, and it was definitely him.
And he starts rifling through some papers, through some baskets and drawers, and pulls out a big blueprint-sized scroll and opens it up, and it's a prison. All right, now, where in the prison was this?
The entrance is in the kitchen, and I will point on the map
Oh, it's
where
a secret.
the
Oh,
entrance was.
this is already enough to get him maybe off the council, but trying to murder you? Oh, tell me, do you have any? This will be proof. If I can, I'm gonna dispatch a team to go search for this location. Is there any trick to getting in? Imagine being secret. Perhaps there's.
Yes.
Be careful because one of the golems punched the wall, and there was some lava that was starting to come in.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, there was this big old massive golem, and then Caelynn was awesome, and she smacked it over the head, and it split into 8 things, and we should carry those easy peasy lemon squeezy. And then we went to go to the door, and then the door exploded on us.
All right.
That sucks. And then we found people down there who were kind of like starving and dying and just in general not in a good condition. And then we came back and it's like, oh crap, there's lava coming out. So we had to run and we couldn't go and explore the rest of the place. But, tell your people be careful because lava.
It wasn't a pretty sight.
All right.
My friends, we had a friend down in the dungeon that we were able to rescue.
One of your friends here. If we have
not here with us, but he is here in town.
Can you provide him as a witness?
I can see what I can do.
I might have a bit of a plan here. So, him calling us all to council makes a lot more sense right now. I think we might be able to turn it on its heels here and bury him. So, I think I can hold off the meeting. If I can put it off for an hour even, I can get a crew over to the prison and examine this area you mentioned and the details you gave. Do you think that within an hour you could get your witness, any of those starving folk, to come here safely to testify? We can surprise the socks right off of him and bring these folks in and our crew to testify.
I will see what I can do. Absolutely.
All right. Any of you that need to wait are welcome to wait here in my office. I need about 10 minutes to go put something in the works to hold up this meeting for an hour. I think I can get us an hour.
You asked for the sequence. Caelynn will write down instructions for the sequence, which was the 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
Jot that down. Look.
Oh, we also did kind of blow the door open.
Oh, that's right. You probably
it's a
won't
simple.
even have
Mortal
to
explain. Yeah, it's a simple pivot. You need somebody strong.
But it was right there, so if anything happened, if it's under construction in that area, you'll know why.
Wonderful. Listen, whoever is going, whichever of you are heading to go get your the people willing to testify, I have a different exit to take, so we don't go past all of Garton's men and women out there. We don't want to tip him off.
Good. Excellent. Just give me a moment, and I will kind of get Emersina's attention.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And I would take her kind of off to the side, away from Black Brand. Do you think that your brother will testify?
You want the truth?
Yes.
He cares for no one but himself. But I'll try.
Okay. Thank you. We will do what we can, Black Brand.
Right.
I would like to think that the that my friend would, want to speak against his captors, but he's a bit shocked. As it were.
Sure. All right. Well, you do what you can. I'll do everything that I can to hold us off. Right.
Okay.
You want one of us to go with your group to look at the prison?
If you're willing.
I can. I mean, I'm no good with politics here.
Fine. Oh, that'd be great.
Just be sure you have. The guards didn't seem to. Just be careful. Just be sure to take some backup, Blackbrand.
Well, all those that are leaving, come with me, and I'll show you a safe way out. And I'm sorry, ma'am, what's your name? He points to Aaron.
Me?
Aye.
Aaron?
Lovely. Aaron, you'll stick with me, and we'll get a team together for you to head over. In fact, maybe I'll put you in charge. You have any experience running a group like this? No? Okay. We'll put someone else in charge, but you can follow right behind them.
I like that. Yeah.
Very well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe fill them in on the way over to give them some, time to finish. All right.
Caelynn will kind of get Galathor's attention. Are you good with coming back to the keep, just in case we need your... Can you cast Zone of Truth if we need it?
Of course, yes.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
I was just going to say, we can save the track. I can cast sending and message Emil or Blueberry to have him bring
if he
Duran.
would come with them, though.
You think we need more firepower, so to speak, or persuasion power?
Yeah, I think that
Okay.
we can get over there, right, Dan? We can get back to the keep in that amount of time.
It held you. It'd probably half an hour round trip. It's like 15.
Yeah.
It took you about 20
Yeah.
minutes. So it might be
Okay.
closer to 40 if the
Just pull
streets
out
are
the
so crowded.
carpet, then you can bypass the people.
Oh, yeah.
Just zoom all the way down.
Yeah, take
Yeah.
the shortcut. All right, we'll do that. Sounds good. Good plan.
And then you can bring what's-his-face up without him having to walk, because he's, still injured and mostly starved,
Yeah.
even though we fed him and whatnot and took care of him.
All right. Magic carpet taxi service in effect. I really should get a meter on that thing.
Nice.
You would charge us more?
Oops.
You mean you don't Uber your friends for free?
Oh, always. Always.
All right, so let's see. How do I want to do these checks? Mort, is it just you heading back then with the carpet?
Well, what do you think, Caelynn?
Well, we have Emersina. I definitely want
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
to
Oh, right.
accompany us. Yeah.
Okay, so Mort and M, or are you going?
And
as well too?
Caelynn can get on her broom if there's on a,
Okay.
And M can fly, right?
Yeah,
The carpet's big enough to hold everyone.
Yeah.
I'm too lazy. I don't want to carry him.
Nice. Just do your best. Do your best if you can to lay low. Be stealthy with it.
Sure.
And if the three of you can roll stealth checks, please. These will be if you have any disadvantage due to armor or anything. It's not going to be the case here because you're flying.
Well, for me, that's a 10 total, Dan.
Okay.
I'm coming back as well, right?
Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
Okay.
I got a 24.
Oh, nice, Em. This
15.
24.
15 plus 2.
Okay.
17.
All right. And Galathorn?
You said no disadvantage, right?
Yeah, figuring that you'll be on the carpet.
Okay. That'll be a 17.
Nice. Okay. Who had the lousy number?
I had 10.
Okay.
Wow, dude. Wow.
Wow.
Can I
Like somebody had
interject?
a feeling.
Can I interject before the group splits off?
Sure.
Like as we're walking out of his office, Aaronwin's gonna go over to Galthor, kiss his cheek, and then run back. And then go with him. It's just like, I don't know why I did that.
Nice.
Her entire face is like a dark tan.
Obviously, it's because the whole jail is set to blow, and it'll be the last time you see him ever.
Yes!
Just kidding.
Please don't make that be the case.
That's how foreshadowing
climax,
works, right?
guys.
Yep.
This is where I lose my characters.
It's weeks since Dan killed Sam.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
It's been too long.
She needs,
Please.
she needs
I'm ready for the next one.
she needs a counter on her back wall. It has been so many sessions since Dan has killed Sam.
Nice. You might as well add it to the drinking game. Nice.
Dan kills Sam.
No.
You bastard!
Nice. All right. I'm sorry. Now that was so funny. I forgot. Oh, right. That's what you did. You kissed Galthor, right, and bounced. All right.
Yeah. She just did that and then just bolts without saying anything.
Awesome. And hey, all right. So that number turned out to not be as lousy as I thought. Sorry, lousy wasn't quite the word I meant to use. So the one that was the least out of all of them by far.
Sure. Yeah.
That's not better, is it? My bad. But still a good number in comparison. So the three of you are doing that. Aaronwin, if you can do a perception check as you're going through the area. You're in the prison with that group, and they're checking the wall. Oh, hey, Mariah.
Perception to find.
Just keeping an eye out on things, and also, they've attempted to do some hiding and sealing. So you're just sort of like spotting the things that can get you through smoother.
Right. Can I? Okay. So, am I in the prison right now, or are we on the way there?
You're in the prison, unless
Okay,
there's something you wanted to do before.
No. I'm going to activate a few of my runes. You know what? I'll activate 6 of them.
Okay.
So I'll activate half of them and start to glow, and then I'm going to when we get to the area where the entrance to the dungeon had been, I'm going to do manifest inscriptions to make sure that there's no new spells, new runes, new wards, or anything on that.
Okay.
So I'll have 5 runes active, and I am glowing brightly.
Nice. Some of the other teams sort of step away, like, are you all right? What's going on here?
Magic.
All right, we'll just and then kind of take a few steps back. There are no new wards, no new glyphs or anything.
Okay.
It looks sealed. The wall looks sealed. And there's things in front of it. I mean, there's nothing that they can't smash through, but since you're trying to save time, if you don't mind additionally doing a perception check, just if you're like, oh, right here. Yeah, this is it. Smash here.
Oh, that was almost really good. It was almost a 20, and then it rolled over to a 2.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's a 5 total.
Okay. All right, so it's taking a little longer. You're like, it is definitely right behind this wall, but they've done a bang up job of sealing it up. So they'll get through. It's just taking a little longer. But it's trapped free.
And I'll spend spells to get the wall open too, if that would help things go faster.
Okay. Go ahead and do just an Arcana check. Arcana roll.
This die is punished.
Goodbye.
Now I don't remember what I rolled. It was low. I think 10. No.
Okay.
10 total Arcana. Yeah.
Okay. So that helps a bit.
Okay.
Because 10 is not a lousy roll. Sorry, Caelynn.
Yeah, like I'll do like magic missile and just like
Nice.
go just blowing the door open if I
Nice.
have to.
You take some hits with that, and then they come in with some sledgehammers, and they're on Caelynn's word and what's his name? Blackbrand's word. They're in here to break through. They trust you. Ultimately, they do, and you're like, ha! It's there, and they rush down and rush back.
Careful, there might be lava.
Nice. There is a fair amount of heat around a few of the corners. Thankfully, that area of this hidden prison was set a bit lower than the rest, so it's contained over there. And it's been out here long enough where it's sort of pooled up to where it's going to pool up and cooled off a bit, but it's still a lot of heat. So they
Can I pull an Elsa like as we're going in and as we get to the heat? Can I like do the cantrip chill touch and just like as I step, like as Elsa did when she ran across the lake?
Nice. Yeah, you
Don't let her do it unless she sings.
Nice. Awesome. Sing it.
I mean,
The floor is lava.
Sing,
Awesome.
sing.
Do it. So it's a bit dangerous. So let me know if you really want to, like, how far in you want to attempt that.
she's just gonna go in far enough to like look. Here's some of the golems. Here's the door that exploded.
Okay.
So like just like a little ways in. Here's where we haven't explored yet. These are the horns that he talked to us. She's like giving them the basic tour of like here's all the bad things that happened to us.
Okay.
Also, be careful. There might be more traps.
Nice. Very good then. I would ask everyone flying back to the keep. Of course, you've arrived at the keep now. Duran is being a lazy ass. Like, I don't know. That sounds like a lot of work. Like, of course, I want him to get to pay for what he's done to me, but can it wait till tomorrow, or at least a few hours?
No. This isn't about you.
But isn't it a little bit?
Yeah. No.
I
I don't know if you heard Ben. He's like, yeah, and no.
Oh,
That
that's
was
so cute.
The role of Duran is being played by.
Oh,
Rand, it would really, if you want to see this man see justice, it has to be now. You're one of the only witnesses we have.
as long as my bath can be ready by the time I get back.
We'll have a bath ready.
Oh, lovely. Thank you so much. It's very generous of you. Oh, all right. So help me up, won't you? And he stretches an arm
I
out.
will help him up.
I'll help him up
Dwarf
too.
me.
Yeah.
Please. Let me help you up to his feet.
I can just see you guys like pulling him to his feet and then just like throwing him face first onto the carpet.
Nice. Oh. All right. Oh, good. I get to ride. Yes. Well, wake me up when we're there. He says to Mort, be a dear, please, sir. And just, kind of starts
Please
to
just
rest.
do what he says. On the way out, Caelynn will find one of the servants and just kindly ask them if they could have a bath ready for the new guest Duran when he gets back in his room.
Nice. Okay.
Just this
fine.
once.
All right.
Just this once. Thank you.
Yes, of course. Anything for you, Mom. Yes. And off you go.
Corporate journey. I'll just just be there, like just dog breath in his face.
Nice. Oh. He rolls over and you kind of walk around the carpet. And he goes,
Yeah.
Oh. Nice.
Oh, having a little trouble there, Duran? That's a shame.
Yes. Oh.
All right. Let's go.
Okay, let's see. You all head back. You've got nothing to stop you, to slow you down. The roads are crowded. In fact, Well, no. Let me just see. I don't think he's caught into anything. Yeah, he hasn't. Oh,
They're
one.
flying.
Garden
They're
sucks.
flying anyways.
They're flying. Yeah, air traffic control.
Yeah. And you're all pretty effectively stealthy. So I think no one notices the carpenter M. There might be some people that spot you on the broom, Caelynn, but no one of import that's related to this. So you make your way back. So you all arrive first, back from the keep. Those that have been waiting in the office, in Blackbrand's office, he's returned. And he's now waiting. He steps out every so often, and he's talking, sending people to do things to sort of hold this up. Before ultimately he says he has to leave to go to the council. He's going to stall them there in the council room. Okay. Then the rest of you arrive: Caelynn, Mort, Blueberry, Galathor, M, and Duran. Return to the room. He's not there, but anyone that was still waiting, no one? I guess you all went, right? Okay, so you can all wait wherever you want. Aaron is not back yet, along with the rest of that team. It's been about 40 minutes at this point. Duran's sort of, you did really well getting him up and out, so it didn't take that long, but it's probably about 40 minutes or so. Was trying to be stealthy. Okay. Do you figure you've got about 20 minutes worth of time still to stall before Aaron and team return? Unless you want to go in now, what would you like to do?
No, we'll try to wait for Aaron and then to get back.
Okay. Aaron, as you and the team return, really it's the team that needs to make the report. The streets are crowded from what Garden set up beforehand. The jail is a little closer to this council building, of course, than the keep. But there's some pushback. Is there anything that you want to do to try and assist these people in moving forward, getting their butts in gear and through the other people?
Yeah, okay, so I'm glowing, and I'm going to just shoot out the wings and walk forward and slam my staff on the ground and give out a big old dragon roar and say, "Get out of the way!"
Nice. Go ahead and make an intimidation check. Beautiful.
16.
Okay, pretty effective. Ooh, well, all right. Yeah. And you make to help to clear a path as you go around, sort of barking.
Yeah, and if people continue to get in my way, I'll just whack them with my staff.
Nice.
I ain't got time for this.
All right, so it's probably about because of the holdup at the prison. It's probably pushing 55 minutes when you arrive back in the office with the report. They've been sort of filling things out while they were there, and on the way back they've signed it. And one of them stays with you, Aaron, to show the findings as an official.
Okay, I'll as that guy, I'm gonna grab him by the wrist and fly and just have him drag behind me. So I'm flying as fast as I can.
Nice.
And I'm just holding on to this guy like a windsock.
I'm just gonna do a check for him to see if he holds on to this report well. Oh. So you have to pause it. Wait! He rolled a 4. Oh, no. He's lost his weapon, the scroll.
For the love of Mage Hand, and I'll scoop it all up as we fly.
Nice. The sword just drops through the hand, but you do get the scroll because it can support up to 10 pounds. So you've got that. Oh, but my grandfather.
We'll come back for it. There's a lost and found, right?
Yeah. Just I'll run. Just let me run.
You run too slow.
And you hear this down the hallway as this person's being dragged behind their heels. And Aaron lands outside the door and pushes it open. You see her with this. My arm. My shoulder. And Aaron, you see anyone else in there?
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll just kick the door down like the King of Sparta. And just, walk in with, is everyone inside there?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Got it. We got it.
What did you do to the soldiers?
I mean, this guy was going slow, so I flew and just...
She dragged me by my arm. I lost my grandfather's sword.
I was flying. Come on, we gotta go. We gotta get in there.
I'm sure if you tell Blackbrand, he'll make sure to pick it up for you.
Well, let's get this done.
Yes, let's go.
So you head over to the actual council room. So there's options. Caelynn, you know how to get up to the upper area where the council actually goes, and then there's that lower massive area that's all dark with the torches that light up and the big pillars. It's like a couple 100 feet wide and 100 feet deep, where you initially met the council. Which way would you like to approach?
Does the councilwoman want to take her place, and the rest of us can go where we need to?
Let's. I'm cool. I don't want to. I'm okay with. Yeah. I don't think that I can take.
I mean, I kind of really just want to kick this door in too, because that makes a good entrance.
Kick the door into like the main area downstairs.
Yeah. It just makes a good entrance.
Let's just get on there. Yeah, we'll just get on there.
Okay, ready, Caelynn? You and me, ready?
Yeah.
Nice. And this is the lower section you're going into?
Yeah,
okay.
Lower section.
Echoes through this almost cavernous space. You walk through, and as you walk by, little torches light up all the way down and around the corner up towards the council chamber that sits like 30 feet. The bottom of it's like 30 feet up this flat stone wall. Just this rectangular cutout where their room is.
Erwin is glowing, and she's flying 5 feet above the ground. Like, kind of behind everyone, like the draconic guard.
Nice.
Guard. just to look imposing.
Awesome. How is M entering? Is she also flying, or is she walking, or anything in particular?
I'm just good old-fashioned walking.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, just the usual.
All right. How about Blueberry? Any entrance theatrics that you'd like for Blueberry?
I mean, I wasn't going to, but as you've said, sure.
Nice.
When they kick open the door, I will hybrid form and just like after them.
Nice. Awesome. Very scary form for sure. All right. Everyone's doing that. Galathor, anything in particular?
Galathor's gonna make sure his shield is on full display.
Oh, nice. Beautiful. All right, Meal's back to keep. Mort?
Yeah, I'll be bringing up the rear with the carpet and our interested party, or disinterested party, as the case may be.
Nice. So walking through this area, the carpet won't quite fit. At least, I mean, it will once you're in here. You can roll it up and then open it back up behind if you want once you're in this cavern space. But the doorway itself is a little too narrow.
Okay.
But you can just take it back out again if you want.
Yeah, I'll be
just like roll up like half of it.
Yeah.
And like scoot it in.
Nice.
I'll put it on the ground. I'll put it on the ground, and then I won't move Duran. I'll roll up Duran in the carpet.
Oh, what? He doesn't wake up until he's half rolled up. Oh.
I'll pull the carpet through the door and then open it back up.
The rest of us are entering like this awesome, dignified, shiny, glowing thing, and then there's Mort in the back just fiddling.
Struggling to get this carpet through the door.
Just a minute, yeah.
Hold on a second. Bear with me.
Emil, when everyone went back to the cube to pick up Duran, they probably would have let you know like what the scoop is. Does that change anything that you want to do? Otherwise, I'll find out what you're doing. All right.
It sounds like Blueberry went back with them, so I'll go back with them too.
Okay. Is there anything that you wanted to do before they came back? Okay.
Nope. We'll keep going.
Okay. All right. How would you like to enter? In stealth or?
In stealth.
Nice. It's pretty easy in this area. I won't even have you do a roll because there's so much darkness in this area. It's easy.
Yeah. Come in a little bit later than everybody else. Go straight to the shadows. Try not to be seen.
Okay. And Caelynn, is there any particular way that you want to enter?
I will enter first. And just stand there, middle ground, middle of the room. Do I see Garton up at the edge anywhere?
You do. They're all up by their seats. The first thing you hear is Blackbrand sort of arguing.
Yes.
Not about anything at hand, just Earthgrip. Garton is really upset. He really wants to get this thing started.
Sure.
And Blackbrand's been doing a pretty good job of holding him at bay, but it's definitely about time to run out. Lilith is first to see you, though.
I will clear my throat loudly to get everyone's attention.
Oh, please, boys, calm yourselves. It is time to start this meeting, and it seems that we have our own Caelynn Stormforge has arrived with a matter at hand. So your matter will have to wait. Let's address this first. And you see Garton get all heated.
Okay.
It's no. In fact, I think more than just being heated, he'd say, no. This is my meeting, and I'm going to get things started. Not her. She'll have her time.
Caelynn will bow dramatically. Garton, it's a pleasure to see you.
Of course, yes.
Are you done?
Well, almost. It's very fortuitous.
Well, too bad, because I have a matter I need to bring up with the council.
Nice. Oh. Lilith.
Concerning the prison.
Ah, yes. I'm interested in hearing this matter, Garton. Says Lilith. Please, Miss Stormforge, do tell us your report.
How are renovations going on at the prison, Garton? How is that going for you? I know when we took the tour yesterday, there was some renovations going on when we were leaving.
Oh, I didn't know about this, Garton. And he's like, oh, well,
Something with the kitchen door, I believe.
Well, that's a bit beneath me. I don't always know about everything going on with renovations and such.
A kitchen door.
Sounds like maintenance.
That we were kind of forced into and locked into yesterday during our tour.
Oh, you mean the tour where you attacked me? I was just showing. He turns to Lilith. I was just showing them around. And walking behind my back, they snuck up with a knife. A literal knife to...
Let me introduce to you our witness to the events of yesterday. And also, someone who was being mistreated at the prison.
Hold your tongue, God.
Maybe you'll recognize Duran. Garton?
His face gets kind of pale, like, oh, he kind of takes, you see him unconsciously take a half step back.
Caelynn would turn to Duran. Do you recognize,
yes.
Have you seen Garton before?
There's carpet in my mouth. Oh, yes. I'd recognize that asshole anywhere. Yes. This is the man that kept me imprisoned with no crime or anything to speak of, tortured me regularly, left me without food and drink, hidden away in some basement cell. That's him. And he kind of gives a squint. At this point, let's see. Iron, Cragnukle, kind of has been sitting in his seat and adjusts himself, like one arm up on one side of the chair, and looks over now at Garton. Terranoi, of course, has his arms crossed, and he's just... You can see a visible smile cracking across his face, like he's sort of been ready for this for a while. Oh, I don't know who this man is. Could be anybody. If you're a prisoner, no, I don't recognize him as a prisoner.
If I may, council members, Aaronwyn says, flying up to their height.
Another one.
This is my friend Aaron Wynn.
Hi, yes. I'm here helping Caelynn. I went with a few of the people here, and we have brought evidence and a report back of the dungeon, in the basement. And if I may put it out there, if you don't believe him, we have another of our party who is able to cast a truth detecting spell, so you can know for yourselves that this is the truth.
This is bullshit. What does she know? Some official member and Terranoi, Blackbrand, kind of steps up, puts his hand on his shoulder. Actually, that's one of my men, Garton. They went to take a survey to have the papers, and he yells down to his person. Aaron, would you be a dear and grab those for me?
Oh, sure, Mage Hand.
Go gadgets, the thing.
Yeah. And I'll actually subtly cast that. So as I gesture, another one of my runes starts to glow.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Because theatrics are fun, guys.
Yes. Ooh. You pull that up, and please, to Lilith, if you would.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No, not a problem. And Lilith takes it and opens it and scrolls through. There's a map and some drawings and some other things and the official signature of this survey. And you, sir, I see your official stamp here. Do you testify under penalty of perjury that this is accurate and you have not left anything out of this report? And he's sort of, yes, ma'am, still holding his shoulder a little bit. It's all there, and it's not going anywhere either. So she kind of looks back. Well, Garton, accusations have been leveled of an official report saying there was I distinctly remember you saying there was no such hidden area to the prison. And he's sort of, backing up now. Terranoi, although not a little more frail than Garton, is still just like kind of holding him in place with a hand on his shoulder at this point. No. This can all be explained.
No, actually, I'm gonna stay up, and I'm going to kind of glide forward to make sure I'm within. Okay, I want to stay within 60 feet of Garton.
Okay. I'd say, here are the things that, you are within 60 feet where you're just outside of that thing. You're probably like 20 feet outside of the box, and then he's only like 20 feet into it, so you're only like 40 feet away now. You do notice that everyone gets a little pensive as you get closer. There's some protocol to this.
I'm just gonna kind of go, but a little bit closer, just 5 foot step closer almost. Okay. I want to keep him in range. I want to keep him within that distance.
Nice. As it stands now, you're only about 35 feet away as well with that advancement. No, there's been so much in the way of really, Terranoi, this is how you're trying to bring me down. Ever since Burneth passed away, there's been so much political undermining here. I don't know anything about this. Certainly not that... whatever he is down there. And Duran sort of scoffs like, oh, sorry, Mort, did you have something?
Yeah, I'm going to cast Bigby's hand
Ooh,
and lift Caelynn to eye level with Garton.
nice. Can you know? Oh. Right up to the edge of the platform in case you wanted to walk in, since you're have some rank.
Let me. Oh yeah. So I can step over into
You can step
it?
right into their space. Yep. It's completely open, the front of this rectangle.
If I'm staying on Bigby's hand, how far am I from them?
Bigby's hand can bring you right up to the ledge, so you could just walk off Bigby's hand into their little box that's cut out, if you wanted to.
No, I'm going to stay on Bigby's hand,
Okay, it can bring you as close as you like then.
just in case. Okay, I will go as close as I can go, staying on
Okay.
Bigby's hand.
You're about 20 feet away, 22 feet away from him right now.
Believe me, and I will look at them all. I was in that prison yesterday when you and can I have Bigby's hand go a little closer to Garton?
Nice.
Like,
Sure,
I want
I'll
to
just-
get like a foot away from him.
You see her lean in, and you get the clue, Miller, and move her close.
When you said that I was going to die, and I told you that I would like to see you try. This man is probably everything all of you think that he is. But in fact, he's worse.
Caelynn, make a general persuasion check with that, if you would. You can have advantage because it's pretty epic.
Because we're all helping her.
Yeah.
Persuasion, that is a 14 total.
Okay. And they're all sort of looking at Garton now. No, if I wanted her dead, I'd have her dead. That's a ridiculous statement. This is all political doings. And Lilith, Casca returns. Garden. Since Caelynn has arrived, I've only seen her be respectful, seek to raise this city up, not do it any harm. I have seen her help those in need. She was thrust into a position where she had to decide whether to rule over the city and help build it up and make it more, or continue in a carefree life. And she's chosen to do so, to come here within a year's time and do so. I have witnessed you, Garden, over the years, make many infractions for your own gain, at the cost of citizens, at the cost of the city. But this is not a judgment I should make alone. After all, we are a council, yes? And she looks, at Caelynn and around at everyone else. You, sir. And she looks down at Galathor. I believe that you are... Oh my gosh. Your deity is not just...
Helm.
Yeah, justice? No, not justice, but like...
Protection.
Do you, sir... Are you familiar with the Paladin's workings of creating a zone of truth?
I am, yes.
Might I ask for your assistance?
Of course.
And Garton sort of squirms a bit. Like,
I will try to motion for Mortimer to bring Bigby's hand down to get Galathor.
okay. And up it goes, because Bigby's hand has an incredible strength, so it carries you both back up.
Great. As they do, I'm going to go closer, and I'm going to put a gentle hand on each of their backs. And, oh, geez, I got to look up the name of this. You both will get a glyph.
Oh.
The sigillic augmentation. So you can expend this rune as a bonus action. Nope, that's the wrong one. Sorry, you have a glyph of Aegeus. It lasts for an hour or until you're damaged by an attack, hazard, or spell. So if you take any damage, roll a d6 and subtract the number. So just a protection glyph.
Okay.
Nice.
And I'm gonna try to do this subtly, Dan. Just kind of like,
Sure.
like I'm there, and I'll just give them each a glyph.
Okay. All right. And then they continue on after you pass the glyph onto their backs. You have permission to enter, she says to Galithor. And the hand continues through. Okay, Galithor, you're up there.
Galithor actually waits for Caelynn's lead.
Ooh.
He hangs back. Caelynn?
Yes. I mean, putting Zone of Truth on Garton, correct?
That's
I'm
right.
asking the other council person that suggested that, Dan.
Lilith? Yeah. Yes.
Lilith.
Yes, indeed. I think
Would
we
you
can
mind,
commence.
Galithor?
Not at all. With your permission, Caelynn.
Please. And I will look at Garton dead in the eyes. Go ahead.
Spits on the ground. Go ahead. I've got nothing to hide.
Good, because Helm is always watching, and
Ooh.
Galithor casts Zone of Truth.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely, the bead of sweat and total recall going down his forehead.
That will be a DC 15 charisma save.
Giving him disadvantage. Go. Okay. 2 beads of sweat, yeah. Council person Lilith. Caelynn, would you do the honors of asking some forthright questions of our fellow council person, Garton, just to see if we can get some straight answers?
Sure.
Thank you.
Garton.
What?
Has the Zone of Truth already been cast, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Aye.
Do you have a secret basement in your prison?
He is fidgeting a lot and not answering the question. Like, he can't lie, but it's, everyone's sort of looking at him like, well, that's just as incriminating. A basement in my prison.
Yes. Well, let's go this direction. Did you have one of your guards pretend to help us and then lock us into the prison and into the basement of the prison through the door in the kitchen?
One of my guards trick you into the basement.
Yes.
One of mine. Just obviously stalling.
Did you tell one of your guards to trick us?
Terranoi whispers something. He's casting a spell. answer the questions is what he compels him to do. Let's just say for that. Garton sucks. His rolls are whatever I said earlier.
Lousy.
Yes. Yes, I have. There's a room under. There's a prison area under the main level. Yes, I had a. And he's sort of trying to fight it and like scared that he's actually answering, but he's compelled to now, and he has to answer truthfully because he failed that save. And yes, I deprived the guard. You needed to be killed. Yes, I did it.
Did you keep Duran as a prisoner in the basement of your prison?
Yes, I was paid a handsome sum to do so, and yes, it's been months.
Did you try to have me killed?
Yes, of course. You'd have ruined so many things for me if you were in the council. Stop asking me questions.
Are you afraid of dying yourself?
Of course. Why do you think I surround myself with powerful allies in a fortified prison and push away those that can challenge me?
Caelynn will lean in towards Garton. You should be afraid.
Very afraid of you.
Do you need anything else? Ugh.
She's like, oh. Well, I can think of several embarrassing questions that we could ask him, but I feel that we have the information we need. Well done. And she claps, and it echoes almost like with thaumaturgy. She really loud. And a number of guards come up the stairwell from the back. Please see that ex-council person Earthgrip is seen directly to his prison, held under lock and key, a guard regiment no less than a dozen, until we can clean out the guard, make sure those that are loyal or under his grip of payment are removed. And they yes ma'am, and they charge in, and they kind of hold him, and he's sort of fighting it for a minute. There's a moment that you have, Caelynn, just the two of you face to face before he's pulled away. Is there anything that you want to say or do before they pull him away?
For anyone watching Caelynn, they'll probably notice her hand is on the hilt of one of her short swords. Kind of like gripping it and ungripping it and gripping it again. But
Is
just...
Caelynn up high, or is Caelynn...
Yes.
She's in the council box.
Caelynn would just kind of lean into him, like until her face is just a few inches from his. Actually, she's going to like get up to his ear.
Oh, nice.
Your days are numbered.
Shite. He gets dragged away.
Have fun in prison.
Oh, and you hear him sort of cursing as he gets pulled down the hallway.
Before he leaves, Dan, I want to do a check insight on the guards that are taking him away to make sure that they're not loyal to him.
Okay. It'll be pretty high DC, but you can see if there's anything that...
Oh, no, I have a negative insight. Oh, nope.
They look professional. They seem to be...
That's a 4.
Nice. They seem to be a mixture of Lilith's personal guard as well as just some council related folks that are sort of kept separate from the council members themselves, decide to watch over them. And he's removed from the council. He is dragged off to his own prison.
Mort will cast minor illusion and issue the law and order. Dun dun.
Dun, 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 dun. Nice.
Caelynn will ask to the remaining council members that are up there with me, how long will he be there?
Well,
Is there a number to his sentence? Will he be tried?
He'll be tried, and it will be a fair trial, but he's lost his seat on the council for sure. And it'll be a great many years. Likely the rest of his natural life, if these charges hold, which I do believe they will. With your testimony, with the testimony of Terranoi and his officials, testimony of Duran there, and the rest of your group, aye, these are charges that'll stick. And his own testimony. Thank you again, Sir Paladin.
Absolutely.
And,
Thank you.
And Caelynn.
Just be sure to send word to me whenever he's on trial.
Oh, certainly.
Who will you choose to fill the position?
It's tough to say. I'm sure we'll all have candidates. Each member of the council is able to put forth their own candidate, and the good people of Motorcycle City.
little did we know that Garton was backed by Hell's Angels.
Yeah, nice, yeah. Oh no.
No. It's Hell's Angels escorting him to the prison.
Nice. And the city folk vote for their own 5 members. There's a procedure to it, but I couldn't say for now. We just filled the spot with you. We've got another one open.
I might have a lead for someone who might be a good fit for the position, who is of the lineage.
Oh, is that so?
Of the council.
Might I have a name?
I know his first name, Dan, but I can't remember his last name.
Oh,
It's related to the head that was killed.
It's Fenhold Graysunder. Oh, thank you, Warwick.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know the name Graysunder.
Burneth was the last Grimston's Borth, but he had no children.
Well, there is one. Finholt is his name.
Fenhold.
But there's a slight not an issue, but a peculiarity to the situation.
All right. There must be. I never knew we had any children.
Apparently, back in the war, the child was turned into, or his soul was transferred into a warforged.
Oh no. Your friend, of course.
Brewer, I believe you met him in the
Yes.
council before.
Oh, by the gods.
But of learning of his heritage here in the city, he has become a little less machine
Oh,
and has expressed interest in at least applying. I told him I would ask to see if it was a possibility if people voted him in, given that he's not exactly a dwarf, but he kind of is.
he's a dwarf at heart. The soul of a dwarf. This information you would have found out in a year or so when you joined, but the general public doesn't know.
Doesn't know what.
the process.
Right.
But maybe it's time they knew, so we don't repeat mistakes.
Out of character, Dan, is she talking about the process of turning someone in, the whole Warforged thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's
They're
what I
aware
thought.
of the whole, like, starting to take in, like, orphans and, bribing people and prisoners and, you know. Mm-hmm.
Yes, the forge is still out there. So it's definitely could be, if it's ever found again, a possibility.
It's a hope for us, but I'll say this, Caelynn, you are a tentative member, a standing member of the council. And so if you wish to name him as your candidate, you're able to do so. He does have a rightful place. If he can prove his lineage, he'd have standing on his own. But certainly, with your say-so, he could be considered.
He's a good person. And he's well aware of the power or the responsibilities behind the position.
It might be a bit of poetic justice to see him standing on the council here with us.
I will talk to him again and make sure it's really what he wants before bringing him here and starting the process of at least pursuing an interest into it.
Understood. Well, Caelynn.
Thank you, Olaf.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Caelynn. And thank you, she looks, at Galithorth. Thank you, Sir Paladin, for your assistance here and in general. And looks down at everyone else, up, over to Aaron Wynn and down at everyone. Thank you all. I truthfully wasn't sure what to make of all of you. I think none of us were when you first arrived, claiming to be a Stormforge. But I'm glad you did. All of you. And, while we're not typically too kindly to folks that don't hail from Caldarul, you're all welcome here. Consider yourselves citizens, honorary or otherwise. And thank you again, Caelynn, Stormforge. You do your name proud, and your parents at that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Is Blackbrand still there, Dan?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Big smile.
May I have a word with you in private, Blackbrand?
Oh, of course. Yes. If that will feel that this emergency meeting is concluded, yes. Lilith, yes. Yes, of course. She goes over to talk to Iron Cragnukle. And, excuse me, Tyrannoy says, shall we return to my office then?
Yes, please. I will motion to everyone down in the that we're heading out.
Okay. All right. Mort will make Bigby's hand give the thumbs up to the council and wave bye-bye.
Yes! Best use of Bigby's hand.
Awesome. All right, Caelynn, you head down to Tyrannoy's office. You get there just before everyone else. I don't know if you wanted the meeting with everyone. If so, it'd be like...
It doesn't matter. I'm just asking him about the thing.
Okay, everyone congregates and... Oh, he sits down. That was wonderful. Well done, Caelynn. Well done.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
A long time
I'm
coming.
just glad to see that he got some punishment.
Well, what can I do for you now, Caelynn?
You offered the use of your teleportation circle before.
I was hoping to have one put in.
Oh, right.
They've stalled me on that for a long time, although mainly it was Garton.
Okay. How long? So, do you think that will be going through soon?
I think there are going to be a lot of changes, and that'll be very easy to put through now that Garton isn't an obstacle. Lilith has been in favor of it. I am. Iron was Councilperson Cragknuckle there was on the fence, but siding with Garton as he had a number of affairs tied up with Garton's business and such. Nothing as shady as Garton, certainly, but he held enough sway over Iron. Yeah, I think we can get it put right through. Now, mind you, it takes a while to complete that. It's a year of casting the spell in the very same spot once a day.
What was it then we were... Oh, wasn't it that we were supposed to, like, he offered... Like, he said that we could take a boat over to the next town and possibly use theirs?
What would the next town be?
Over on the other continent.
On the Elvish
tour?
Island.
There was something
Right.
because he had that one, like, that he was like, it would take time. And then there was one option he was like, just see me if
Right.
you want to make this happen.
Oh, right, of course, Caelynn. So there is... Well, we haven't had any business with the city of Tor in a very long... in millennia. I do have secreted away the combination, the runestone for their teleportation circle. Now, whether or not it's still operational, I don't know, or if they've changed the original High Elves. I doubt they've changed it. The sequence, but we don't have permission per se, so I'd be happy to do it. But it'd be you'd need to know what you're walking into.
How long would it take to get over there to speak to them personally?
If you were to go by boat, you'd probably be looking at a good 2.5 weeks. Actually, if you travel across Bolnodir there's an old barely operational port, not really used. But I know that there's still a few fishing boats out there that could larger craft that could take you hop, skip, and a jump across. That would probably only be for maybe 5 or 6 days to get over to the other continent, and then you've got about a week of travel to get up the tour.
Right. I'm hoping Mortimer's close by.
I will be.
Yep.
I will look to Mortimer, hoping that he's heard what is being said. What do you think would be the best way to go with that?
Well, if we can get the sequence to tour, that would be good. Then we can. I mean, it's a risk, granted. But we could use that, and that's
We
when
can
we
use
can.
that to at least get closer to getting back.
Yeah,
Because we don't need it to leave.
Right.
No.
We just need it to come back.
They just might be upset if we don't talk to them first and
For
use their
permission.
teleportation circle. But it might be easier to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Sometimes.
Especially because we need to get to Metz. So 2.5 weeks is probably not a thing we can do.
Blackbrand, I appreciate the caution, and I will definitely be aware, and your name will not be mentioned in any discussions
Thank you.
at all. You have my word on that.
Good.
As a Stormforge, would you mind if we have the coordinates to that teleportation circle?
Oh, I think you've done quite enough for for that in exchange, most certainly.
Thank you.
I'll be back. It'll be about 10 minutes.
Okay.
He heads out of the office to go get that, leaving a little time to chat if anyone wanted to do or say anything in the office.
I think that's our best bet.
Yeah, if we needed to get back in a hurry. hopefully, maybe down the line, we'll have a better solution.
Or just hopefully the people in Tor are a little forgiving, even though they are high elves.
Well, when we get the Mets, we can ask if someone there at Tenzer can assist us as well.
True.
They might be able to contact Tor and
Or just teleport us here directly.
yeah, they're pretty. That's Magic Central, so to speak. So.
Mm-hmm.
Good plan.
My head hurts. Can we wrap this up, please? I'd like to eat and get to that bath.
Oh, that's right.
He's still on the carpet, right?
Absolutely, Darren. We'll have you home soon.
And Terranoi returns with freshly memorized sequence. All right, and you, sir, will be...
Yeah, and I'll open up the back of my notebook and...
Okay. He's going to etch it out in his writing first, and you can duplicate it in yours if you want. But he gives you the runic sequence. You now have the runic sequence to the city of Tor, the ancient elven city of Tor, where the High Elves first arrived on the Prime Plane from the Feywild, way back.
Be a great time.
Let's see. All right, I need to wrap it up. So I'm just going to ask... is there anything anyone wants to do before heading back and getting their... can I fast forward through stocking up and zipping over to Metz, or does anyone have anything they want to do here first? You probably want to talk to Brewer, huh?
Oh, yes. Correct. I will stop in once we get back to the keep and get during his bath.
Nice.
I will...
Oh, yes! Oh, this is wonderfully...
I will just give Emersina a look.
Please just Sparta him into the tub.
Brewer is in his room, happy to see, assuming Blueberry's back, he'll be petting Blueberry.
Sure. Hi. So I talked with the council today.
Oh, that soon. And
we had previous business there. Fortunately, Garton is now in prison.
Good.
So we won't have to worry about him for now. As long as he stays there.
Yes.
But I spoke with Lilith about the now open position on the council.
And he kind of sits up a bit. What did she say?
I will sit on the bed with him.
Mm-hmm.
She said that she didn't act completely against the idea. I spoke of your name. What happened to you? It would be the first, of course, for a person of your stature to be on a high council position.
Yes.
But she wasn't against it.
Oh, and he kind of stands up and stands in front of you and grabs your hands and kind of pulls you up. Jacera! And he kind of gives you a robot hug and kind of spins around a little bit in the room. Jacera! Thank you so much. Thank you.
So you really want to do this?
He set you down. Yes. To put down roots and have not just a home, but my home and my family's home. Yes.
Okay. I told Lilith that once I discussed with you and made sure that it was what you wanted to do, that, we can plan a day for you to stop by the council, or you can go there yourself and speak to them. We're about ready to head off to Metz for a few days. A bit.
All right.
Are you staying here?
And he kind of slumps down, but yes, just Sarah. I'm sorry.
That's fine, Vinholt. You're welcome to stay here for as long as you need to.
Thank you.
Don't feel bad. At least I know here you're in relatively safety.
If you encounter trouble and you need my help, reach out to me.
Okay. I will do my best to reach out to you. Will you do me a favor and watch the forge for me, that no one... Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. And he kind of like pivots to head out of the room. Like he's sort of excited, but also like doesn't know how to manage what he's feeling. And sort of, walks out a bit. Like he's not good at goodbyes. And he heads out of the room. Okay, is there anything anyone wants to do before getting food and teleporting, or during that? If not, I'll jump to the end. Okay, everyone packs up their stuff, gets prepared. We can retcon anything in that if I've missed anything. And Mort, you cast the teleportation to that teleportation circle. You etch it out. Everyone stands in their spot. How do you want the spell to look, Mort?
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep your hands and feet inside the ride at all times.
Nice. This arcane energy starts like a magnetic field. Starts.
I still want to do the stewardess thing with the emergency exits on their left, on the right.
Nice.
The exits are here. Anywhere.
That's awesome. All right, and the city of the ancient dwarven city of Calda-Rule disappears from your sight.
Erwin is first through the circle.
Nice. You're all drawn over to the teleportation circle in the city of Metz. And this is going to be sort of a hurried scene. You're all brought out there. There are already people waiting, other acolytes and students of Tensor University, and guards that are hustling you along. Oh, this way, and they're bringing you through over to that elevator thing. They hustle you all in. A couple of them join you, and boof, boof, doors close, open back up right after, and you're down in the Runekeeper's floor. And it's that long golden hallway with the beautiful tiles and pillars and all the inlay. You walk down and enter into that huge circular library with number of rows of circular bookcases that spin around. Everything is sort of mechanically operated here, mixed with arcana. And in the very center of the library, you see what appears to be an onyx statue of a giant ancient dragon, frozen in place with a look of pain and desperation on its face. The Runekeeper's form, a number of runes etched in the skin here and there along the body, just locked in place, with Archivist Delorna walking up, hands behind her back, very matter-of-factly. You've arrived. Wonderful. Well, I think you can see the situation we have here. And kind of knocks on the onyx stone. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
I was going to say, Mort looks at the library and goes, "Mama, I'm home."
Nice. Oh, yeah.
And that's what Caelynn said too when I first saw it.
That's
I was
awesome.
excited.
Yeah, because this is his first time here, right? This is,
Right.
he's never been here. Yeah.
Right. Oh, okay. Thank you, everyone. I know it's super late for some of you. Thank you for being here, especially Beth and Melissa and Warren. I know it's late and everyone has early mornings, so it is morning for Beth. So
Go get some sausage.
yeah. So I'll wrap it up since we ran late. But thank you, players. It's always amazing. That's the end of the 6th arc, I believe. Let me check here. Yeah. The 6th arc heading into the 7th / crossover, which is looking like early November.
And Caelynn lived.
I lived. I'm
Yeah.
still alive.
It's because you picked up a news story thread.
Nice. And viewers, thank you as always. Fantastic. I love all the chat. You rock. Neat. So have a great night. For anyone that doesn't watch us every Friday night, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern, you can catch us here for Stormfall. Every Sunday night, we have an exploration-based D&D campaign that Victoria DMs, and Sam and I, not Sam and I, Steph and I, Sam's and Tuesday night's campaign. Steph and I play the Obsidian Scar, also 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern every Sunday. And then...
Free Jefferson.
Yes, complete with Jefferson always. We're going to erect a statue of Jefferson at some point.
No.
And then our All Evil campaign, which Sam is also a part of, every Tuesday night. 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern. Surprise. I have Jefferson. Have a great night, everyone. I can't wait to catch you again soon. Take care. Bye.
Bye.